delicious beverage you may want, be it alcoholic or non. And let's jump right into it. Looks like it's going to be on Beltway. And we're going to start off with a PvT, which is interesting. It's interesting because, well, because there's no Zergs. Whenever there's no Zergs, it's always good. So in the bottom right, as the purple Protoss, we do have Choosy, repping up Team Poland. And in the bottom left, as the Teal Terran, we do have Skyline, who showed us recently that he is in fact a huge baller in TVT. I don't know about his TVP, but yeah, actually last week he played in the ace match in Hungary versus Russia against Project, a TVT, and it basically came down to the wire. Like, he had that series, and he just threw it away. So hopefully he doesn't do something silly like that this time. Anyway, let me do the positions. Purple and teal. All right. So yeah, it was really close because Skyline actually took the first game. He like dominated Project the first game, and then the second game he got into like a really good position and just suicided all his units, and then Project just killed him. And then game 3 again he got into like a really good position and like GG'd when the game was still pretty close. So I don't know. Showed some pretty solid play, but kind of I guess choking at the crucial time. And Choosy, of course, it's interesting because I usually see him, I think I like always see him play either PvZ or ZVP, because there's like so few Terrans, and then he race picks both sides of that matchup, so I have no idea how he PvTs. I guess we'll see. And oh, it looks like the APM is being covered by this thing, so let me just adjust that. Hopefully that looks okay. Does it look okay, guys? Look okay? I hope that's fine. Let me just make it a little bit smaller. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Okay. So, I mean, nothing fancy is happening in the game. Barracks, refinery, yada yada yada. And looks like Choosy's gonna. Wait a minute, what happened with this SCV? Why is that SCV in the top right? Cause I'm looking at the minimap, right? So it looks like the SCV went all the way down here and then like turned around without going into the base. So I'm sorry I missed that. Or was I actually looking at that and just not paying attention? I feel like I had the screen over the SCV and was just not looking, because I'm actually not sure what's going on there. Meanwhile, oh, look at this, Choosy. Wow, that's actually really smart. Look at this. He pylon jumped a probe across the temple, so he's going to hide some tech back here. Wow, that's really sneaky, and that's actually impossible for Skyline to scout now. His SCV cannot cross this. I guess he might be able to do the depot trick. He can like build a depot here and then like stop it building and jump across the temples that way, but there's absolutely no reason for him to do that. Like, why would he do that? He wouldn't. And look at this, the fake range, faking out Skyline. So everything Skyline sees is completely normal. Even though he doesn't see this pylon, there should be another pylon in the base. Protosses will oftentimes just hide that in a random location just to pretend they're proxying, even though they're not. But in this case, it's actually real. And this is a very early third pylon that Choosy doesn't actually need for supply. I think that might just be a fake again. That's like a, excuse me, another fake, like, because he doesn't actually need this pylon, but he's just showing Skyline like, oh, I have 2 pylons on my base, so I'm totally not hiding tech or anything. This is like the reverse of what Protosses often do, which is to hide a pylon even though they're not doing something silly. So we should cancel this, now that the SV is dead. Yep, there it is, and there is the Templar Archive, so it's a 2-gate DT rush coming out from Choosy. Gonna try and steal a win here in game 1 with some DTs. Going jumper style. And looks like Skyline has absolutely no idea. He's just doing a very standard FD. Looks like he's hiding some of his extra marines. That's actually quite smart. Only showing 3 at the front, so Choosy, if he pokes up there, won't get a good idea of exactly what he's dealing with. But Choosy should assume some kind of FD here, since there's no wall. And there's 3 Marines, and it looks like the probe is going to get in and see the 6 Marines, though. It looks like 2 SCVs also coming off the line. Now, This is going to be a little bit tricky with these two DTs coming out. Obviously, there's no mobile detection, but he will have spider mines. Now, is he going to lay them defensively, or is he just going to send the vultures? Oh, this is going to be very interesting, actually. And look, Choosy actually just made like one Dragoon. That's his entire army right now. Choosy has one Dragoon. But those DTs, man, they're going to wreck that army. So it looks like we have one mine laid defensively. I don't know if there's another one under this barracks or not. Actually, click the vulture. Okay, looks like no, he just laid that one. And skzlime must be a little bit confused. But no, I'm pretty sure he sees a blur now. He's got to see the blur. Okay, now he definitely knows. Nice swipe on that DT, or sorry, on that mine, and Choosy actually just has to go. He's got to be a little bit careful not to suicide the DTs into these spider mines. He knows there's mines. Skyline's spacing them out nicely so they don't splash each other. And he's gonna eat one mine. I think these are a little bit too low though. Yeah. Oh man, not the greatest mine placement. This mine could be huge. This mine could be huge. Wait, what? How did that not kill anything? Wow. It looks like another DT bites the dust here. So the DTs have been completely ineffective, except for I guess defending the push. But that's fine. I mean, Skyline got his expansion up way faster, and he's got defensive mines. I hope he has an engineering bag. It looks like that's just finishing right now. So Skyline is doing just fine, and Choosy's DT rush hasn't really paid off. Now he is getting a robo. I wonder if he's gonna follow it up with a DT drop. That would be quite funny. Oh, nice snipe on the probe. Meanwhile, DT gonna go check out the... Or actually, I think he might run around the left side to try and avoid these mines. But there's still a mine there. And there's already a turret up, more importantly, at the front. So it's not really gonna do anything. Meanwhile, the Marines are coming back home. I wonder if he's a little bit scared, actually, of a drop. Yeah, he's actually sending the Marines to the bottom right of his base. So he's gonna try and catch a shuttle as it enters the base. That's actually quite smart. He doesn't have a DT, or sorry, he better not have a DT in his main. He doesn't have a turret in his main, but he's getting a comsat now. And looks like that DT is not going to make it through. So he's getting two comsats, he should be fine. Meanwhile, Choosy is going to take a fast third. That is absolutely fine. I'm just going to use the threat of the DTs to take that safely. I mean, Skyline's basically going to have to wait for to have a number of scans before he can move out. Yeah, so nothing too crazy. You know, I would have actually liked it if Skyline followed that up with like 2 factories and a starport for a drop. Because actually dropping like 4 vultures with mines into a Protoss base after he's gone for a DT rush can be extremely effective. Oftentimes the Protoss will like delay their observer just to you know, get like a Stargate or something so they can go fast arbiters. And of course their Dragoon count is very low as well, considering they're spending all their money on DTs. So vulture dropping I think is quite a nice response. But I mean this is absolutely fine as well. What he's doing here. And looks like floating up barracks in the back. Just gonna take down the temple with a tank. Does he have siege mode yet? He's not sieging any of his tanks. I mean it's fine for now because Choosy doesn't have enough Dragoons to do anything, but that's kind of interesting. I wonder if he actually just doesn't have siege. He might just be delaying siege for a while because he knows he doesn't need it. Should be quite a cute little choice there. Just a little optimization. And I'm a little bit surprised that Choosy didn't block this with the forge. I mean, he can always block it later with a pylon or something. But here is the push from Skyline. Now, how many scans does he have? Looks like he has 2 scans. No, he's only got 1 scan on this one, so he's got 3 scans in total. Now, Choosy, does he have any DTs though? It looks like Choosy didn't actually make more DTs. I think that was a mistake. He could have, you know, done some really nice mine bombs or something with some DTs, but Choosy could be in some serious trouble right here. He does not have many Dragoons, and there's a lot of units, and it looks like the Dragoons are actually bugging out right now, doing some decent micro, not taking any of the mine hits, but this is way too many units attacking right now. Choosy, oh no, now he's going to eat a mine. And he really should have had at least 1 DT at the front, in my opinion. Oh man, he's going to try and do a mine bomb, and it doesn't even go off on anything, and Choosy looks like he's completely dead here. Skyline hitting a very nice timing, not even having to use any of his scans, and there's the GG! Skyline taking game number 1 against Choosy. Alright, so an interesting cheese from Choosy. I thought that was actually quite clever to hide the Templar tech back there. But didn't work out for him, unfortunately, for Team Poland here. Now, in case you're unaware, these two teams are actually tied 1-1 in their group, but I believe Hungary has won a couple of extra sets, so they are higher. Let me actually just quickly check this. Yeah, that's right. So if we look at the results right now, in Group C, Hungary and Poland are both 1-1, but Hungary's actually just won one more set than Poland has, so they're just like barely taking the number two spot here. So this match basically is going to determine going into next week who's going to be number two, with like a solid 2-1, and who's going to be 1-2. I'm assuming that Russia's going to defeat Eastern Europe. I think that's a fair assumption. No offense to Eastern Europe, but Russia is pretty scary. Which means that this is actually quite an important match at this stage in the league. So let us go on to the next game.